Milwaukee's finest beer.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, from the Roseville Avenue Armory in Newark, New Jersey. This is Joe Hassel speaking and greeting you on behalf of Ken Nidell. Well, we are in the 7th game of a 10-game series with the score New Jersey 4, Brooklyn 2. And in this game, the score is Brooklyn 12, New Jersey 10. We're about to get underway in the 7th period with the girls taking over. Now, you fans know how the roller derby goes. The idea is to lap the opposition. You pass 1 or 2, it's 1 point, 3 or 4 is 2 points, 5 is 5 points. Penalties are handed out for slugging, holding, illegal blocking, and so on. A jam is 2 minutes, the skating period is 15 minutes. A jam is over when the leading jam skater puts his hands on his hips. If the leading jammer leaves the track with both skates, or falls or gets a penalty. There's the initial jam of the 7th period, and here's Ken Nidell.
All right, the jam is underway now. Moving out there hard for the Brooklyn team. Number 17, Jacqueline Debetsky. Out there with her now, little Millie Bruno, number 64, in the familiar colors of the New Jersey team. Number 64, Millie Bruno, black sleeves, black shoulder on that very orange body of the jersey. Nice blocking in the front of that pack there by Edie Branham. Very unusual to see Branham with her helmet on. And there's Slugger Keeley taking a block from Bobby Burns, number 61, and Burns taking one right on the right shoulder from number 15, Julie Patrick, in the striped jersey Brooklyn team. There's a nice block by Debetsky now as she hits up on little Millie Bruno. Bruno without the helmet on for New Jersey. Debetsky in the striped jersey for Brooklyn. The clock shows a minute down and 1 to go, and the 2 gals hike in there now. Millie Bruno moving in now on number 11, Slugger Keeley. Keeley back on a block out. Here comes Millie Bruno. Millie moves in now. The blocker back there is Slugger Keeley. Looking over his shoulder, blocking back on Bruno. Bruno trying to get in there. Keeley blocks her. Down goes Bruno. Leading jam skater down, stops it up. Don't score on that one. And the scoreboard stays the same, Joe. 12 for Brooklyn, 10 for New Jersey.
Skating for New Jersey is number 60, Captain Monta Jean Payne. Number 62 is Rennie Randell. Number 64 is Millie Bruno. Number 65 is Norma Rosner. And number 67 is Edith Branham. Monta Jean Payne has not skated in this particular jam. It was number 61, Bobby Burns, but you can keep your eyes open for number 60, Captain Monta Jean Payne, who will be in there very shortly. Skating for Brooklyn, number 11 is Slugger Keeley, number 13, Vivian Johnson, number 14, Elaine Benoit, number 15 is Julie Patrick, and number 17 is Jacqueline Debetsky. They get underway, and here's Ken.
All right, the jam is underway now. Moving in is Bobby Burns. Burns out there now, number 61, followed by number 13, Tubby Bassoon. Followed in by, number 13, Vivian Johnson. And in there with her is Edie Branham and Bobby Burns of the New Jersey team. Man, look at that blocking. 67, Branham throws one on Slugger Keeley. Keeley right back at her. Viv Johnson up in there now with Bobby Burns, and they rock and roll. Burns gets the block on Slugger. Down goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Burns hit that rail. Burns hit that rail and almost knocked her teeth loose there. He held her hand to her mouth. I think she's all right. Referee stepping over there, Joe. That was a bad spill.
We've had quite a few lusty spills here tonight. Bobby Burns gets up. Captain Monta Jean Payne rushes over, says, "Are you all right?" Bobby says, "Sure, I'm all right." And then, of course, what could be near tragedy suddenly becomes quite comic to both of them. Brooklyn 12, New Jersey 10. 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the 7th skating period. That pack, let's get underway. There's the buzzer. They're formed. They're on their way.
All right, number 61 up there, Bobby Burns. Burns moves on again for New Jersey. Slugger Keeley lets her have a block. Up comes Edie Branham. Out comes Vivian Johnson. The same 4 who were on there. The last time, and all 4 went down, are out again. Burns seems to be all right. Probably had a very severe accident about 3 years ago in the roller derby. She hit one of those 4x4 upright rails you're looking at. Head on. Hit hard now, knocked down by Vivian Johnson. Johnson's out on the jam now with Slugger Keeley. The 2 Brooklyn players take over as Branham and Burns were both knocked out of the play by Keeley and Viv Johnson. And those are the gals that are going to try to come in and score for Brooklyn. The Brooklyn colors, striped jerseys. Here comes Slugger. She's got a nice style. Tucker Keeley in there with Vivian Johnson. Now they're both moving in the back of the pack. The defense is formed. The same two girls that were knocked down to the player are going to play back. Then a block out for New Jersey. Tucker Keeley, number 11, carrying the mail out there for Brooklyn, along with Vivian Johnson. Off comes the helmet off of Johnson. Johnson comes in. Moves in there now. Back in the block out is Julie Patrick. Offensively boxed. Patrick is going to try to lead these two teammates in there. Patrick cannot score now. Patrick is the Brooklyn player with the helmet on. She tries to dive in and break a hole up. Keeley moves 2. Johnson moves 2. 1 point for Keeley, 1 for Johnson. 2 points for Brooklyn already. Keeley slowed down. Down goes Keeley. Chris Johnson in there. 2 points. The final decision of Brooklyn. And down goes Burns and Millie Bruno. And a hard planning, driving, spilling bit of action out here on the track. And Joel, you can see the pressures on between these two teams. Only 3 games to go in this series. 2 points gained on that one, so recap it for us.
Okay, and there again, we had Millie Bruno. She's the girl who took that very lusty fall over on the other side. She went down. Bobby Burns tripped over her, couldn't get away from her at all. She was so tight. And again, we have a smear on the track, which is a good 15 feet long, where Millie Bruno went down. And the amazing thing to me is the fact that these girls can get up as quickly as they do after such a severe jouncing. Shows that, once again, you have to be in perfect condition to skate in the roller derby before you can maintain this pace. And, of course, it comes in mighty handy being in perfect shape when you take these bumps and bruises. It's Brooklyn 14, New Jersey 10, and Moose Payne now is rather impatiently up over there talking to his team as they get underway once again.
All right, Jacqueline Debetsky, number 17 in the striped jersey for Brooklyn, moves in again. Tucker Keeley blocking back for her and hitting Norma Rosser with a real pile-driving throw. And Norma takes another one. You know, Rosser's a big gal, and when you see a gal as big as Rosser being racked and straightened up, you can see how hard Keeley's really hitting. Keeley really hits up there beautifully on Edie Branham. Debetsky coming out all alone now for the Brooklyn team. Jacqueline Debetsky. Keeley slowing down the front of the pack along with Julie Patrick. This gal here has probably had more tough luck in roller derby than anyone in her short career. Slowing down the front of that pack, Jacqueline has given plenty out here, and she just began to feel her way around that track in good style. They had 3 or 4 injuries before she was able to get in the lineup and stay in there. Jacqueline Debetsky, local Brooklyn girl, skating for Brooklyn. Debetsky comes in there. That's plenty of what it takes. Moves in the back of the pack, and very beautiful Monagine Payne, the captain of the New Jersey team. Back on the block out now. 45 seconds to go. Payne on the defense. Here comes the play now as Debetsky moves in on number 60, Monagine Payne. Monagine Payne back on the block out, slowing down on Debetsky. Debetsky trying to get in. Monagine Payne slowing her down. Down goes Debetsky, leading dance skater down. Stops it up to score 14-10. Brooklyn leads New Jersey. Well, I see a timeout just happened here, Joe. So what have you got for us during this timeout?
Well, Kenny, I was just thinking, I'd like to have $1 tonight for every television spectator who's sipping Black's, Milwaukee's finest beer. Kenny, I was just thinking, I'd like to have $1 tonight for every television spectator who's sipping Black's, Milwaukee's finest beer.
I'm from Milwaukee, and I ought to know. It's the same old story wherever you go. This is the tune you will always hear. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer, 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 beer.
Victor McLaughlin says,
take it from me. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer. I've lived there. I ought to know.
All right. All set and ready to go. The teams have taken their timeouts, talking things over. Coach Carl Payne was up there talking to his team. Now we have the New Jersey team underway. Brooklyn all set to make the pickup now. And we'll have the 10 skaters on their way, and again they'll be out there racking up points. New Jersey is trailing by 4 points. Moose Payne was out there talking to his team, trying to set up a system of plays, and we'll see whether or not they're going to work. Here's Ken.
All right, Edie Branham out there in front now. Branham carrying a big load out there for New Jersey. She's out there really plugging along with Bobby Burns. And number 13 out there, Vivian Johnson, with Slugger Keeley again. Keeley and Johnson, striped jersey, that's Brooklyn. Plain jersey with the black shoulder stripe and the black sleeves, that's New Jersey. Number 61, Bobby Burns hits Keeley with a nice block. Burns on the left. Keeley in second position. Vivian Johnson in third. And down goes number 61. Bobby Burns knocked out of the play by Slugger Keeley. Keeley reaching back for Vivian Johnson. But here comes Edie Branham now, and Keeley holds that lead. Trying to slow Branham down to her teammate. Vivian Johnson come up in there. Johnson does come up in there. Branham's fighting with two of them. And she knocks the post down. A beautiful play. A great play by Branham. Edie Branham did a great job that time. Branham moving in beautifully now for the New Jersey team. 6 minutes and 22 seconds to go. 14-10 the score. Brooklyn leads, but here comes Branham on a lone jam with a chance for a 1-2 or 5er for the New Jersey team. Bobby Burns, number 61, is going to try to lead. Branham in. She grabs a hold of Branham's hand, swings her in here. Here comes Edie Branham in. On Biff Johnson, pass one, pass two, pass three. She's gained 2 points. Coming in now. Moving in, pass 4, pass Hager. Trying for 5 points now. Trying to swing her out. Monteith Payne over the roster, over to Branham, but down goes Branham on a block from Slugger Keeley. 2 points game by passing 3 members of Brooklyn. And the score 14-12 now. As Brooklyn's lead is cut down to just 2 points. 14-12, Brooklyn leads New Jersey. Joe, I'd like to remind our friends once again in the New Jersey area, only 3 more games to go in this series here in the Roseville Armory on Roseville Avenue in Newark. Tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, and the final game, the big game of all, Sunday matinee at 3 o'clock. For reservations, you can call right now, Humboldt 56494, and there's a battle going on down the center. What happened there, Joe?
Well, the usual exchange of pleasantries there between Slugger Keeley and Edith Branham. And you can hear Edie screaming way up here, way up here. Rush Shaw does it go on, get skating. There they go to it again. March 11 and 67, there the two are going to keep hacking away. But Edith Branham skates away after they had dug at one another, and Keeley says, well, come on back. So just watch 11 and 67 as they go around, and you'll see some little Johnson in the pack. As Tuffy Prejean also comes into the game. Who's out in front? 11 and 67. Bing, there they go at it. Monteith Payne gives it to Slugger Keeley. Keeley tries to get it back as Payne takes over.
All right, out in front now. Bobby Burns moving in, number 61, number 11. Slugger Keeley moving up in there. Out comes Monteith Payne, pouring it on. Payne driving out in there. A very exciting game. And a big jam-up crowd out here in Newark, New Jersey. Beautiful bucket. Here comes Tuffy in the picture. Tuffy's on the jam along with Slugger Keeley, the 1-2 punch of the New Jersey team. And here comes Monteith Payne. And her second down, number 61. Bobby Burns moving in. Now Keeley's taking out Monteith Payne. And Tuffy moves in with Bobby Burns. Keeley taking up, look at her hold her back. And down goes Burns, and look at that hard block. Man, she almost went scooting through the rails. Tuffy really racked her one. Tuffy moves in for Brooklyn now. And these Brooklyn fans love this gal. Tuffy Prejean. Tuffy comes in with a chance for a 1-2 or 5er. Coming in on Bobby Burns. The gal she knocked down off the jam a moment ago is on the defense. Burns trying to slow her down. Burns on your right, 61 of New Jersey trying to slow down the Brooklyn threat. Tuffy Prejean. If Tuffy passes number 61, she'll score. Tuffy coming in there very cautious now. Keeley trying to help her in there. Tuffy on the inside scores on Keeley's fake. Keeley's faked her to the right. Tuffy came in on the left side. Moved through for a point. Brooklyn moves in now. Tuffy coming in on Monteith Payne. She's gained 1 point already. Tuffy moving in on Monteith. Monteith blocked her, and down goes Tuffy. Ooh, she got hit hard. 1 point by Tuffy, and there's a smile show by Tuffy.
15-12, Brooklyn over New Jersey. 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the 7th period. Incidentally, Bobby Burns, number 61, is skating with 2 of the fingers on her left hand, very heavily taped. Watch Tuffy. Tuffy's coming out at the Monteith Payne right down here. on Tuffy Brejul for fighting. 5 minutes on Monta Payne. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the 7th period. Back below the derby. Oh, man. Action.
All right, off and rolling, number 11. Slugger Keeley moves in there. Keeley bearing down hard now, moving out on this one. Out with it comes number 67, Edie Branham, in a very exciting game, and naturally the pressure's on. Only 3 games to go out here in the Roosevelt Armory on Roosevelt Avenue, New Jersey. And New York fans, only 3 games to go. Tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, final game Sunday afternoon at the 9th Regiment Armory in Lower Manhattan in New York City. That's on 14th Street. 11 up in there now. Slugger Keeley holding it down. Following in there nicely is Millie Bruno of New Jersey. Keeley calling for Goya Hager, her teammate, to get up in there, but she was slowed down nicely by 64 Millie Bruno, and Bruno just kind of scooted away and caught up the lead. But Hager stays with her. And now Keeley's taken out Edie Branham, and they're both dropping back into the pack. They're content to leave it up to these 2 girls out there, 1 member of each team. There's Bruno in the lead now. Hager with her. Bruno hits Hager with a nice block, and Hager's down. Hager bounced. Little Millie gathers up speed. She's a local Jersey skater. Started her career in one of the RSROA roller rinks here, Vic Brown's Dreamland. Now she's a full-fledged star of the roller derby. 64 moves in now, Millie Bruno driving in. And number 15 coming out of this jam too, but way behind is Julie Patrick, and chasing her is Bobby Burns, but here comes the gal to watch. Number 64 moving in on Goya Hager. Hager back in a block out now. Hager ready to slow down, and Bruno right past her for the point. Down she goes. Her momentum knocked her down, but she racked up a point in there, and the score moves up 15-13, and now New Jersey trails Brooklyn by only 2 points. 15-13 is the score, with the Brooklyn team leading New Jersey on here in Newark, New Jersey. Well, Joe, there's only about 4 seconds to go in this skating period.
The changeover is about to take place, and speaking of changes, why not give your taste a change? Switch to blacks.
Behold, Mysterioso Blatz, outstanding man of mystery. With nothing up his sleeves, you see, and now he has some bottle caps. He throws them up, and thrice he claps. Down they come and spell out Blatz, a wondrous thing to see. And here he has upon the table a case of beer with a famous label. And now we'll see if he is able to make these bottles rise. The greatest feat of his career. He brings out not just any beer, but Blatz. This magic man is wise. Now we hear musicians tune and voices hum, and pretty soon there bursts upon us loud and clear that famous song of friendly cheer.
Oh, I'm from Milwaukee, and I ought to know. It's the same old story wherever you go. This is the tune you will always hear. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer.
All right, the jam just gets underway. Lenny Merle moves out for Brooklyn. He's hit with a hard block by Joe Fiote. Fiote of the New Jersey team in his orange uniform. Black shoulder stripe, black sleeve. Moves out there, and he's got an orange stripe just above the elbow. But that Brooklyn team's got the black and red uniform with the black and red stripes running up and down on the jersey. 66 and number 11 moving in. Here's the pack now. Has that lead. 66 moves right in there with him, Fiote. And there's Sammy Scoble blocking in front of the pack. And a nice block by number 14, Scoble on number 67. Johnny Koff, the captain of New Jersey. Fiote, number 66, holds that lead of the jam now. And Lenny Merle of Brooklyn hits him. Look out, Joe. Down he goes. Man, he didn't like it. The expression on his face. Brooklyn has held that lead all the time here. Lenny Merle moving in from Brooklyn. Got a sore elbow, and he's got a great big heavy elbow pad on that right elbow. You can see it. Merle comes comes in with a chance for a 1-2 or 5er now. Moving in the back of the pack on the big orange blockers. Back there is Joe Fiote. Fiote back there to block out now on Lenny Merle. Merle comes in on Fiote, number 66. Number 67 back there is Johnny Karp. And also back there is Coach Ken Monty, Brooklyn. Lenny Merle tries on the outside and Johnny goes. Man, he was really he's taken up there. Looks close up. You get hit that hard, something's got to give it. It isn't a track. Again, with one of mine, our friends, that Roller Derby moves into Camden, New Jersey, so you Philadelphia fans will get a chance to see your team again. You Camden, Philadelphia fans, remember that the Roller Derby opens next Wednesday night in the Armory over in Camden. And for reservations, their phone number is Woodlawn 45750. In Camden, Woodlawn 45750. Philadelphia meeting Brooklyn starting next Wednesday night in the Infantry Armory in Camden, New Jersey. Now there's that flat sign, and that means real good beer. The best. Well, the buzzer sounds. Number 68 moves in here. And it's Hugh Greenwood. Greenwood up in there now with Sammy Scoble. Look at him trying to cut that off. He does. Hey! Joe, he really danced in there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He can really move. He's got his hands full when he's got Johnny Karp in there with him. Two great skaters. You watch that 14 Scoble. Watch 67 Johnny Karp. Both brilliant skaters, good, clean skaters. You never see them do anything dirty. Nothing at all between the two of them. They're both on rival teams and both put out all the way. All right, Ken.
All right, coming around the outside, chancing out there is number 62 for the New Jersey team. Al Masiello. Hasiello it is. Al Hasiello moving out, a new player for New Jersey. You're missing Frankie Bailey tonight. Bailey's out with a slight ankle injury. He'll be back in there for New Jersey. Sammy Scoble is out there again. Look at Scoble. He's going to try to outskate these two. Fiote and Hasiello dropping behind under the sheer speed of climbing Sammy Scoble of Brooklyn. Here he goes. Scoble moving in now on number 67, Johnny Karp. Karp going to try to stop him. He hits in there, passes 1 point by Scoble as he racks it up on the board for the Brooklyn team. 16-13, Brooklyn leads New Jersey. Scoble's sheer power with Ken Monty's help in there. Moves through for a point, and Joe, that looks like a pretty big lead right now.
Well, you know this game, Ken. One night we started to wrap it up, and with something like 6 seconds left to go, the team that was behind hammered through to pick up enough points to walk off the court the winner. Skating for Brooklyn, number 11 is Lenny Morrow. Number 13 is Harry Perry. Number 14 is Captain Sammy Scoble. Number 20 is Herbie Eckstein. And number 12 is Coach Ken Monty. For New Jersey, number 66, Joe Fiote. Number 67, Captain Johnny Karp. Number 68, Hugh Greenwood. Number 69, John Lewis. And they're on their way, and here's Ken.
All right, moving up in there now, Ken Monty. Monty moves in there now, followed in there nicely by John Lewis, number 69 of the big orange team for New Jersey. There's the front of the pack. Scoble without his helmet on, Brooklyn, number 14 up there. Rocking back, also up there with him, big Harry Perry of Brooklyn. Nine minutes and 7 seconds to go in the game. John Lewis holding the lead down. New Jersey. And with him, the great coach, Ken Monty of Brooklyn. There's a minute down and 1 to go. John Lewis moves in there now, and number 12, Ken Monty, is right with him. Hey, look out, a nice block by Monty. Hit hard on Lewis. Lewis took it and starts to dig. Starts to keep in there. That's tough to do when you got Ken Monty in front of you. This guy's fast. He hits in, tries to power his way. Scoble slows down on Lewis. Lewis trying to get in. Scoble blocking him back. Ken Monty coming in now on the blocker, Greenwood, and Johnny Carp. 30 seconds to go. No scores yet by Lewis. He can't score with Scoble. Monty having trouble with a double block formed by Carp and Greenwood. Monty trying to power his way in the middle. Trying to hit. Look at him. Right up, right through there. Foul is called here, and over the rail. Look at him. Straight over the rail. And now there's no score and a foul. A foul on Ken Monty, I believe. And if that is true, there'll be no score in that one. What was that decision, Joe?
Well, arguing this one out, they've taken time out to talk it over. And an official timeout has been called, so Kenny and yours truly are going to have a cool glass of Blatz, Milwaukee's finest beer. Won't you join us?
I'm from Milwaukee, and I ought to know.
It's the same old story wherever you go.
This is the tune you will always hear. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer.
Russ Shawk indicated that the foul was originally called on Ken Monty, and of course both Ken Idell and I looked at one another as if to say, well, how can he call one on Monty? Monty was right in the middle there being held, and Russ just ran over to this side of the track and indicated to us that the foul was called against Hugh Greenwood, number 68, and the explanation is now being given to the crowd here that 1 point is given to Monty and Greenwood is penalized for 2 minutes. That explanation just at this very moment being given to the crowd here at the Roseville Avenue Armory in Newark, New Jersey. That makes the score Brooklyn 17, New Jersey 13, and New Jersey now will have to go all out for a grand slam of 5 points to pull this one out. But you can be sure that Brooklyn now is going to go into a defensive pattern of plays while Coach Moose Payne has called his team together to go into an offensive pattern. And in their skating, he's gone in right now. He'll probably have Sid Harnesk in there in very short order too. But his team now is short-handed, and here they go on their way.
All right, Ken Monty up there now. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Monty cuts the jam off and stops it up. Now Monty gained that point. Greenwood got the penalty, and Sid Harnesk of New Jersey came in for Greenwood, so he's serving out Greenwood's penalty time. Moose Payne is got in the lineup now, and when the penalty time is up on Harnesk, why, the New Jersey team will be at full strength. Can't count them out because these two teams are very evenly matched. We've got 3 games to go in this series. Tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, and the big final game here on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. The 16 up in there now, moving in. Buckles holds the lead down. Big Moose Payne up in there. Payne holds it down. Buckles of Brooklyn with him. 14, Sammy Scoble in there for Brooklyn. And Herbie Plump out there for New Jersey. So you have it 1, 2, 3, 4. Payne in the lead. Number 16, Buckles up in there. Sam Scoble up in there. And Herbie Plump comes from last position up the lead of the jam. Foul on Lewis for holding. He don't like it. Holding on Lewis. There's the expression on his face. You can see he didn't like that penalty. The officials know. They call him. Payne roughing in the pack with Sammy Scoble. Scoble and Payne roughing hard. Herbie Plump coming up in there now. Number 64 is going to be really rough and hard. 64 Plump coming in the blocker. It's Ken Monty. Monty blocking back on 64. Number 16 Buckles comes up in there. Little Buckles in the lead of the jam now. Looks around. Didn't get any signal from his coach, and now he cuts it off. With that 4-point lead, a nice heads-up play on the part of Buckles, but he got his signal that time from his coach, Joe. You notice how he looked around and see what Ken Monty wanted?
Yes, sir. Buckles turned around to Monty as if to say, what'll I do, Coach? Will I move in and try and score, or will I cut it off? Monty made a gesture as if to put his hands on his hips, which was the signal of Buckles. That's all he needed. Bing, his hands were on his hip. The jam was called off. Now skating in there for New Jersey is number 61, Sid Harnesk. So that the New Jersey team has 3 big guns in there. Coach Carl Payne, Sid Harnesk, and 67, Johnny Carp. And now the stops are out all the way, Ken.
All right, number 61, Sid Harnesk, first of the daisy, moves out in there for the New Jersey team. Big Sid on the loose. Number 12, Coach Ken Monty. Kind of wiping his hands together. Very contented with that score right now. 17-13, Brooklyn leads New Jersey. 4 minutes and 75 seconds to go. One member of each team on the jam now. 4 points difference between these teams. Sid Harnesk and Ken Monty out. Big Moose Payne racking and rolling, hitting on Buckles with a nice one. And then Kenny Hansen, as small as he is, threw a hard one on Big Moose and jarred him a little bit. Harnesk Kenmani moving in. Plenty of time on this jam, and 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the game. Harness holds it down. And Monty in there with him now. Monty and Harness. Sidney up in there. He's looking around at Ken Monty. And Harness is hit with a hard block by Ken Monty. Harness trying to keep Monty behind him because he knows that Kenny will probably cut it off. Now Moose Payne is blocking on Ken Monty. Harness trying to get in on Sammy Scoble. Scoble slowing him down. Harness trying to get in there. Harness blocked hard by Scoble. 45 seconds to go in this jam. Sammy Scoble hitting hard on Harness. Harness trying to get around. Beautiful blocking by Scoble. Big Moose Payne is going to try to help him in there. But Ken Monty moves in and cuts the jam off. Stopped up by Ken Monty as Moose Payne did everything he could to try to get his teammates through there. On number 14, the blocker Sam Scoble. He couldn't do it. In fact, Ken Monty got loose from Payne and cut the jam off in a stall game with 3 minutes and 31 seconds to go. Now, you New York fans remember the big race over the 9th Regiment Army on 14th Street in Lower Manhattan. Tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, the final game in New York is Sunday afternoon, the same as here at the Roosevelt Armory in Newark. For reservations in New York, call Judson 64646. Reservations here in Newark, call Humboldt 56494. All right, Joe.
A little bit more than 3 minutes left to go in the game. 4 points separating New Jersey and Brooklyn. Brooklyn out in front, 17-13. This could conceivably be the last jam of the evening if New Jersey were to send a man out in front. But you can see now that Harness and Moose Payne are talking things over. They want to get lined up here. But Scoble and Ken Monty are really at the head of that pack, too. There's the buzzer. There they go.
All right, off and rolling. Number 61, Sid Harness, up over to Big Moose Payne. Over to Johnny Carp. Carp on the loose now with 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the game. But he's got a 2-minute jam against him, and he's got to really roll. Here comes Sam Scoble up in there. Scoble falls. Sammy slipped as he comes busting out of the front of that pack to catch Carp and missed the block. And Carp outwitted him on that one. Big Moose Payne also coming out with Carp now. Blocking back the Brooklyn team. They got 3 men up in there. Harness, Don Lewis, and Herbie Klump all up in front of the pack, slowing down. Number 18 trying to get loose in front there. Ken Hansen, he's slowed down by Harness. Here comes Johnny Carp, the captain of New Jersey, followed by the coach of New Jersey, Big Moose Payne. 45 down, a minute and 15 to go. New Jersey is not out of this game yet. That's the kind of game roller derby is. Right down to the last minute, anything and everything can happen, and that's why probably it's America's most thrilling and fascinating new sport. A minute down and 1 to go now. 67 up in there, landing hard. Big Moose Payne right behind him. They're moving in the back of the pack. Payne up there with number 67. Here they go. Rolling in the back of the pack. Coming up in there, Moose Payne, New Jersey, Captain Johnny Carp, New Jersey, 45 seconds to go, double block, Sammy Scoble, Ken Hansen, or rather, Val Pancetta, back here for Brooklyn, the striped jersey. Here comes Moose, here comes Carp, 67 and 60 for New Jersey, and on number 18, Kenny Hansen, and number 14, Sammy Scoble of Brooklyn. They're trying to slow down this threat here. There's 25 seconds to go. Payne is going to try to power his way in there. He hits right through there, but he's not scored. Now he has scored. So is Carp. They both scored in there, moving in there, 2 points, and there is 15 seconds to go. Carp trying to get more. He's trying to get more. They need more, but he's slowed down by Scoble now. That's very short. Down goes 1, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. The jam is over. 2 points, 1 by Moose Payne, 1 by Johnny Carp. 17 to 15 with only 37 seconds left in the game. It looks bad for New Jersey. By the time they get together, the game will probably be over. And Joe, how does it look to you?
Payne is calling timeout with 30 seconds left to go in the game. He's yelling he wants timeout. Well, maybe he feels that he can pull this thing out with 26 seconds left to go in the game. And the score is Brooklyn 17, New Jersey 15. And Carl is asking almost for the impossible. He's pulled his team over to one side here. He's getting them together. He's going to make one big last-ditch effort to pull this game out. You see, if he wins tonight, he's sure of at least a tie in this 10-game series. Oh, man. After a night of skating like this, flat spear. Milwaukee's finest spear. All right, they're all set. They want to take that leadoff spot. Brooklyn will battle them for it. 26 seconds left to go in the game. in.
All right, time running short, 19 seconds. Coming out on there now, Ken Monty and Moose Payne. Payne trying to get a man loose. Sid Hunt driving in there. Only 13 seconds, 12 seconds. What can he do? Sharp working on Sal Pancetta. Ken Monty back there. Time is very short, 4 seconds. Trying to get in there now. And a balloon up there. Moose Payne went down. The game is over 17-15. And a tough break as New Jersey pushes down the wire. Payne calling a last second timeout with only 27 seconds to go as Joe called to try to get a win. But the Brooklyn team had it tonight. And that's the final score out here at the Roseville Armory and Roseville Avenue in Newark, New Jersey with 3 games to go. The series ends Sunday afternoon. And now, with the score 17-15, the final score, Brooklyn defeating New Jersey.
At final score, Brooklyn 17, New Jersey 15. The score in games, New Jersey 4, Brooklyn 3. Well, the stars tonight, for New Jersey, Payne, Harnesk, and Karp. For Brooklyn, you could single out Monty and Scully. The roller derby, though, is full of stars. And speaking of stars, did you know that Pat O'Brien, motion picture star, says that Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer? Pat's from Milwaukee. He ought to know.
The Roller Derby, America's finest spectacle, has been brought to you by Blatz, Milwaukee's finest beer. Yes, where America's finest beers are brewed, Blatz is the leading beer. As folks from Milwaukee will tell you, I'm from Milwaukee. I ought to know. Blatz is Milwaukee's finest beer.
The preceding program, originally telecast by ABC in New York, come to you by special video recording. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting
Beer